All right, Jalen, how do you plan to change things in this year's draft, being the worst captain record-wise last year? Do you plan to make any changes in how you draft, or do you stay the same?
There's some good guys in this draft, some new guys, so we'll see what they select. I got pick 9, and I'm looking for my guy. I think he'll be there. And if he's there, we're doing something this year, so got that question.
Do you feel it's an advantage to have a later round pick to get the double up in the snake, or would you rather have a top round pick?
I'd rather have a top pick just because I want the best guy in the league, but that's it.
That's understandable. Do you have your eyes on anybody you think particularly that could slip today?
Yeah, Bryce Kelly is my guy, so if Bryce slips, he's on this team.
All right. You hear that? He's going after Bryce Kelly. Hopefully none of the captains heard that. Hopefully no one wants to steal him. Thank you for coming. All right, I get this out of the way. Cole, get up here. I'm getting this out of the way before my night gets ruined any more than it already is. I can't stand this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, this dude shows up in a polo, man.
Oh, this is great.
I hate this guy. All right, as probably the worst captain with skill level this year in the draft, how do you feel as an approach of you drafting? You gonna stick with the same thing that you did last year?
Same thing last year. I wasn't the captain last year.
Yeah,
You already fumbled.
You're trying to take over the team so much. I just thought you were the captain last year.
I mean, everyone knew I was the heart and soul of that team. I mean, I led the team. I mean, when you have a guy jacking up 30 shots, he's gonna average 20.
I mean, when you have more games with single-digit points and you have double digits, I mean, it's hard as a captain to lead that team.
All right,
All right, you know what? Let's just have a look here.
All right.
What's your strategy going into this draft?
Definitely trying to draft someone taller first, someone big. Even though they put me as a power forward.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that being a power forward? Do you think you're a power forward? Or do you think that limited your skills?
No, I think I'm more of like a one of a kind. They just all around, yeah.
You think you're more of a Jordan or a LeBron?
Combined.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
What would you say to a dude that you draft that you can look forward to as a captain going into this year? Like, what do you bring to the table?
I would say try to get as many offensive rebounds as possible because you're not getting the ball.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Carl. Nice you stopped by today. Let me just refresh. You got the 4th pick in the draft, correct?
Yes.
Are you happy being middle of the pack drafting, or do you want to be a little higher, or a little lower?
You know, looking back at it, I think I want to go a little higher. I'm a little scared. I don't think who I want gets it.
Wow. You have your eye on just one in particular guy, or do you have a couple guys that you're looking to get?
I'm happy with the couple. There's one I'm eyeing for.
Now, I don't want to spill too many details here, but is this guy you're looking at somebody that you've had a lot in the past? Maybe you want to ring with in the past? I don't want to spill too much information here, but
I cannot foreclose that detail.
It's hard to see a league where you two are not playing together, but that's the league I want to see. You know, you guys are a dominant duo, great scorer, great defender. You never know what's going to happen when you two are playing. I hope to see that happen, but if that doesn't happen, I'm happy to see who you play with next.
I know the league doesn't want to right now.
Now, do you think that you, being a shorter guy in the league, that you have to draft a center first, or do you think you can go guard and get away with it?
God, when it comes to that big depth, it just isn't there. What am I going to take? Nate Blevins?
Wow. I heard he's coming off a serious ankle injury. I don't even know if he's going to be able to play week 1. We'll have to get him in here next.
Nate, you're destined for the screen, bro.
But hey, you know, you got someone like Jeff BLAIR who could go 26, 27. Is that something you're looking at that far down?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't know. I have some preset guys I want deep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Jeff's one of them. I don't know.
If you're taking
he's looking pretty good right now.
You're taking a center for. He is looking good. He is looking good. No bandana today. No hat that's fallen off.
He does not look like a landscaper right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. As a former captain and someone who drafted Jeff BLAIR, who traded back to get him when he could have had a player like Riley or somebody else, I don't regret it. You know, Jeff, he may have been a shot chucker. Jeff may have shot some of the worst shots of the season. But Jeff was a heartbreak kid. And that's what you're going to get from Jeff. You're going to get a guy who is not afraid to take the big shots. Some of these guys pee down their legs.
My team is not full of heartbreak kids.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes with a guy like you, Carl, you don't need a heartbreak kid in your team. You are the heartbreak kid. All right, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk to you a little bit later. No BLAIR. There is not a person in this draft that I think has more question marks around them. Would you agree with that?
Bro, I don't know why.
Even these last 2 weeks, even your health has been in question.
We're 100% today.
100%. Now, you did go to the doctor and you got that checked out. Is there any limitations on your game at all?
We got the ankle brace. We're 100%.
Could we trust you wearing low top shoes? Okay, that's a big question.
All season.
All right. Now I heard Carl earlier say that he thinks that even if you were at 26.7, he wouldn't take you.
I don't see myself
He
going
said that
26.7.
he said that you as a big is not really a good big. How do you feel about that? Do you think you can hang with the bigs in the league? We do have a lot of good bigs.
It's the best one they got.
Do you think so?
Best one they got.
You know, I wouldn't argue with that. I've been seeing, and I will personally vouch for this guy. I have seen this guy improve more than anybody in the league from last year. If I was a captain, I would think about taking Noah top 14, and that's as low as I'm going to go.
Captains need to hear this. So
I'm not a captain this year. They didn't want me back. I won coach of the year. They didn't let me back. I'm still a little salty about it, but now I'm here doing this thing. So hopefully me and Noah are on the same team tonight. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I hope it does. What do you look for in a captain? Do you want a dude who plays a team game? Do you want a dude who's like, tells you what to do? How do you?
Somebody that gives me a rock. Let me just go.
Now I don't want you to be taking down Robbie, but do you think Robbie allowed you to be who you really were last year, or do you think he held you down as a player?
No, I think Rob did his thing.
Do you think you made Rob a worse player?
No.
Oh, here he
No.
is. Here he is. How do you feel about wearing that hat? Could you wear that hat this year?
I could be a force good for life. But that's up to Rob.
Go to Robbie. I think Robbie definitely wants you back. I heard some stuff in the grapevine that if you're sitting there at 30, he's taking you. Now,
If I'm sitting there at 30, I'm not playing. There's no way.
Are you saying you will hold out of the league if you go at 30?
There's 25 bucks back in my pocket.
All right. I agree with that.
All right, no, we're gonna see how the night goes. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm sure you'll be back at this table soon.
I like to hear it.
So you said you want to go 30. Do you think that you're the worst player in the draft, or?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm underrated, but I want other people to go with me.
Now, who in this league do you think you could beat one-on-one?
First off, I want to call out Joey Hines.
I don't think.
I don't think he's gonna do anything.
That man's in Columbus, and you're calling him out.
I am. I truly am.
All right.
I don't think he's that good. I think people hype him up, but
Now, I know this is recorded, and Joey's a friend. He's going to see this. Joey might have the worst basketball IQ I've ever seen. So, in a team game, I could see how you'd go above Joey, but in a one-on-one, Joey is a pretty good one-on-one player. He, on several occasions in one game last year, broke the Thief of the Year's ankles. Luckily, I was there to stop it. But up top, it was still getting broken through. So, Joey can play one-on-one, but nobody in that back end. Do you think he can hold offensively?
absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. I can shut him down real quick.
I think so too. I think Joe's a heck of a player though, but I've never seen you really play the game. I'm excited to see where you land tonight.
Of course.
Do you have any message to your coach? Who drafts you?
I'm all around great player. Defense is my specialty, and I can pass the ball. I'm not a ball hogger. I can be an asset to your team and just get those rebounds. Many people overlook me. Like I said, I think I can steal some balls. I can block people. And I just think I can be really good.
In a perfect world, how many shots do you want to take per game?
Maybe, I'm not asking for Joey to make shots. I'm asking to move the ball around. Maybe like 5, 4, but not that much.
Now, the final question I'll ask you, this is an important one. If you're sitting there with the game-winning shot in your hands, are you passing that ball or are you shooting that ball?
I'm shooting that ball.
You're shooting it. You're willing to shoot it. All right, that's a big time decision. I hope the captain's heard that. It takes a lot of guts to that shot. It's nice talking to you. I'm sure you'll be back at the table when you get drafted.
Perfect.
Jeff, you ready? Nice to talk to you, Atlanta. Did you come straight from homecoming in that suit?
No, I did not.
Did you wear that at homecoming?
No, I did not.
Did you have a date to homecoming?
I did not go to homecoming.
Wow, okay. Now, I heard on several occasions, I don't want to talk about basketball now, everybody knows what you bring to the table. Have you or have you not texted Silas' sister yet?
That's a difficult question, I think, because I did talk to her for a bit. I'll admit that, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Nothing out of it.
Nothing came out of it. Now, was that your doing? Did you fumble the bag, or did she sell?
I just stopped it. Didn't want anything to do with it.
So now you're saying Silas' sister's ugly.
No, I didn't say that.
Now, do you think it'd be awkward if you got drafted to that team this year?
Silas? No. I love Silas.
You got a great relationship with
I got a great relationship with Poochie, Silas.
Okay. Let's talk about basketball. You've grown a little bit. You've grown probably an inch or two. Do you feel like that actually changes your game compared to last year? Should you be drafted at a higher pedestal than you were last year? Now, I know I traded up for you last year. I took you way higher than anybody thought you were going to go. Do you think that you should get taken higher than that, the same place, or lower?
I think a little bit higher. I feel like I've grown not just my height, but confidence. I feel like I can score much more efficient than I did last year. And I can still get those rebounds like I did last year.
Now, as your captain last year, I remember several times in the playoff game that you grabbed rebounds that should have ended possessions that I hit threes on. That was a big-time game changer in the Riley game. But when we switched over to the Silas game, you weren't even, I don't even think you were playing. I don't think you were even there. And I'll go as far and say that Poochie was not there and Jeff was not there. Okay, because you guys put up 0 points in the entire quarter. Do I sound salty about that? Yes, because I am. So I put my life on the line for that game. I was beating the champs by myself practically until you guys came in. Now we'll move on. Next year, do you think you would let your team go scoreless in a quarter? No. Do you think you can get a bucket at will now?
Yes, I refuse to go scoreless in a quarter.
Now, the biggest question I think I have for you and everybody has for you as a person, do you feel that you can guard some of the guards in this league? I know last year you were thief of the year, but you were getting broke down by Joey Hine, the Rodgers of the league. Do you think you can hang with a guy like that if you got to do it?
I think I can.
I think you can too. Although we did just play a couple days ago, and every time whoever was getting guarded by him was getting the ball. So I did the floor show, but he was not fresh. He was not fresh.
About 2 hours of basketball.
Yeah, he was not fresh. Out of the 4 times we played together in the offseason, 3 of them have been great. One of them was a stinker. I would take you again. I would love having my team sit down as a captain. But is there anything that you want to say to your future captain?
You're getting a good player.
Actually, stop by. You're a captain this year. I didn't play in the first year of Dunk Ball. Were you a captain then too?
Yes, I was.
So this is your second year. This is your second year captain. Last year, that team did not meet expectations. I would say. I'd said earlier in the league, a lot of people thought that team would be very good. You guys struggled a little bit first round exit. Would you run it back with the same team, or do you kind of want to go a different approach this year?
Different approach. You know, I've never played with a guy, taller guy. But I want a guy grab rebound.
Now, you can shoot the rock. There's no doubt that, but your calling card is not three-point shooting. Last year, I think your team struggled with three-point shooting. You got a line of last year. How important is it to get a guy that can shoot the rock?
Oh, definitely. That's exactly what I want when I'm driving, kicking and stuff. You got to have a guy who can shot. Definitely.
Because I play with you on 10. I play with you with Dunk Ball. You never know when your pass is coming out. You can be mid-air to layup. And I felt last year that team was really missing a knockdown shooter. Now, you had the first overall. You had the chance to take the first overall pick, and you chose 3. Is that an indicator that you don't think the top of the draft is the thing that you first
Picks are all pretty good. Second, third round, definitely.
So you're like the long term. Now, did you have a guy in mind when you took the 3rd pick?
Yeah.
So you had the same guy walk on.
Guys. I'd say maybe 2, realistically.
Last question: which guy in this draft do you think is going that's maybe middle pack, 2nd, 3rd round? Since you said those guys are so important, which one of those guys do you think has really changed this league? Like a Dalton last year that went 2nd round that really was a game changer.
I've been hearing Charlie. Never seen the guy play. A lot of talk around Charlie.
Now I will tell you, Charlie is a player. High basketball IQ.
Not a lot of people here play with him.
Yeah, so I mean that's a guy that they're talking to go to the 3rd round. I think if he goes to the 3rd round, that's all player. Well, I'm sure you'll be back at this table after you make a couple picks.
Nate,
for stopping by.
Pleasure.
Blake, you are a guy that had 1 game last. I think you played 1 or 2 games last year in Dunk Ball. You played for my team. You had great impact on my team. I don't think a lot of people look through the statutes. Anybody that has came and talked to me, because there's been captains ask me about you, is Blake a good player? I told everybody that asked me, Blake was an impact in both of those games you played. You get big time 4-point shots. You got a great shot. Your defense is very good. I think that you are stronger than people think by looking at you because you're not a very tall guy, but I think you're strong for your size. I think you can hold just without anybody in this league. Has anybody came to you and asked you how you think you fit? Has any captain approached you at all? No. Do you feel that because I've seen you go early second, I've seen you go late third. Where do you think that you'll end up getting drafted tonight? Doesn't matter. Do you think you'd rather go later to have a chip on your shoulder, or do you think wherever you go, you're gonna have a chip wherever I go? All right. What do you want from a captain? Because I know you played with me last year. I'm not the easiest captain to play with. I'm a shot chucker. There was plenty of times looking back in the field this year that I should have hit you on card. I should have trusted you on a certain shot that I didn't. I just shot it. Do you think you're able to play a full season with a captain like that? Because I know there's a lot of shot chuckers in this league. I'm not the biggest shot chucker, but I'm definitely one. There's guys who chuck shots. Do you play with a guy like that? Or do you want more of a team game of basketball?
I'm always a team player. So if they take a shot and it's a bad shot, I want to know if it's a good shot. Even if they miss it.
Now, I've never seen you back away from a shot. That's something I like about you. That's why I actually got you on the Heartbreak Hits, because there is no shot that you don't think is going to. All right, so thanks for stopping by. I think you're going to go early second. I really think you're going to go early second. I think if you go third, that's a league winner. Probably talk to you a little bit later. All right, hey, welcome the coach. He's got the champ bracelet. I won Coach of the Year last year, but I think that the way SILAS drafted last year, he should have won Coach of the Year alone off of that. I think he winning it was honestly a fluke. I should have won MVP, Defensive of the Year, a couple other awards, but SILAS should have got Captain of the Year. Do you agree with that statement? Okay, anyways.
Not 100%, but I don't say I would win Coach of the Year.
Do you think that John Browning was deserving of the MVP?
Totally, yeah.
Now, there's rumors circulating around between other captains, other players, that John was as good as he was because how good you were. And then I've heard that you were as good as you were because how good John was. Do you think you guys, most likely being separated with you getting the 6th or 7th pick, I can't remember off the top of my head, do you guys think that you being separated can actually thrive again this season?
Yeah, John can always thrive in any circumstance, but I think we did complement each other very well. So, yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think both teams will be okay.
Last year, I thought you had, like I said earlier, I thought you had the best draft. I thought you left with 4 people who could start on any team.
Totally.
You never had a quarter off.
Stole Carm. Stole Dalton.
And I remember writing Carmen down and crumbling his name on the ground.
Yeah, and I was ecstatic.
And that was probably a thing I shouldn't have done, but I would do it again. Just because I am stubborn. And, so I say that to say this.
Yeah.
You drafted, I think, better down the board. John fell to you. You had to take John.
Right.
2-time Ohio basketball player. You had to take him.
I knew who I wanted.
People passing on him was ridiculous.
First, I got
But later down the board is where I thought you really drafted well. Do you think that there's some gems in the later rounds this year that you have your eye on, or you're just going to really just see how this draft falls?
The latter. I would just say I see how the draft falls. I haven't actually done any research.
No research. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple good guys to keep your name on this year.
Yeah.
I've seen Jeff Baer.
Yeah.
Noah Blair.
Yes.
Because last year I thought the center was really important to your guys' team. Dalton Fry. And that's a guy I don't think you can replace. Dalton Fry.
No.
Did he foul most of the time he played? Yes. Was he double ball? Yes.
Right. I don't know if Dalton fouled every time he played. He did at least commit one foul. You know, they were called.
He probably committed one foul every 2 possessions.
Okay. Dalton, as the
We're not
weeks
here
went
talking
on,
about Dalton. Dalton was a great player.
Yes, he was.
There's no doubt about it. You guys don't win that ring without Dalton.
Facts.
My question is
Facts.
there a guy like Dalton that everybody else is sleeping on in this draft that you think, even if you don't get a chance to take him, that you think will be a game changer in this league?
I will be honest, I will say no, because Dalton is 230 pounds.
Straight
6'2",
muscle.
straight muscle.
And drives a motorcycle.
Took his shirt off and dominated. Week after week got better and better and better. So it'll be tough, but I think there are some gems in this draft. There's a lot of good players here.
How many guys do you think in this draft can be drafted. Now, I know that we're going to have 40 players drafted, but how many of these people would you not draft?
Like I said, I haven't done much research, so
I'll probably
I'd say everyone's drafted.
At least 5 players aren't drafted. That's just me straight shooting. I wouldn't draft Brady. I wouldn't draft Blake. I wouldn't draft Cole Birch. He's captain. That guy's the ugliest dude in the league. Dude showed up in a polo. He probably mowed the grass before he came here. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's get a new guess. Let's get a new guess. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
I won't
Thank you.
No class.
Cheer for his girl. Do we pull your out? Scoot down. Okay.
We appreciate that.
Did you wear? Oh, I see. I was about to ask. You did wear his bling. Should be mine. But I gotta admit, this guy is a heck of a player. As the MVP, as the Finals MVP, as probably the projected #1 pick, do you think that you can live up to expectations? Do you think that you'll have just as good or better season as last year?
My expectations are to have just as good a season as last year, yeah.
Now, I talked to Science about this. He said that you can do it your own self. But I asked him, a lot of people are thinking that you were as good as you were because how good Silas was, and then Silas was as good as he was is because how good you were. So then you had to kind of pick or choose their poison there. Do you think if you get on a team without a guy as good as Silas, you think that you can really prosper as a team?
I mean, I think there's no doubt that me and Silas play really well together. But I think if you look at our quarters that we split up, when we had to go do it on our own, we did just fine without each other. So I think that, yes, we played really good with each other, but without each other, I think we can still get it done regardless of me.
Personally, I think that your guys' numbers will go up. I think that people are thinking that you guys bring each other up. I think you guys bring each other down because of how much you guys just love sharing the ball on that team. I think if you put your nose down, you really want to, you can average 35 and 15 in this league.
I think, I don't know, I think those numbers are kind of high, but I think, I see your point though.
Now, you had a guy like Dalton last year. Carmen, Silas. That is one heck of a place to walk. That's 4 deep. Those 4 guys would start on any other team. Are you a little upset that you don't get to put a team that stacked? I don't know how the draft's going to fall, but I can't imagine that you get a team that good. I thought you guys should have. I pretty much knew you guys were going to win the league as soon as you guys walked out of the draft.
Yeah, I think Dalton was really the sleeper of that team. I don't even know where we picked him up at, but just from week 1 to the end week with Dalton was night and day with him. He at first it was like we don't know where we're gonna get out of him, but at the end of it was like he's gonna get 10 rebounds, right? 9 offensive rebounds. Yeah. He's gonna clean the glass.
And I'll tell you what, nobody was running through that screen.
No.
If they were
off, he was gonna get slimed up.
You were changing your shirt after you ran into him. That guy was a sweaty guy.
Yeah, he brought a lot of X factors to our team right now.
Dawn, if you're watching this, congratulations on getting engaged. It's a big deal. Thanks for stopping by. I'm excited to see you. I'm sure you won't have to wait in that draft room very long, unless it's a Will Levis type thing, but I'm sure you'll be gone pretty early.
I like to think so.
If you don't go #1, are you upset?
No, I'm not upset. I think there's a lot of great players in the league, and I think there's a lot of players who could definitely who are rewarding enough to get the honor of #1.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll talk after you get drafted #1.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Oh, this is an exciting night. I've met both of you. The sad part is the times you guys have met me, I've stunk it up. All right, I promise you I'm not that bad of a player. That Dyke court is awful, but this is enough about me. I'm just going to ask you straight up, which one of you is better than me?
I mean, he's hooping in college, so I got to give it to him.
Yeah. You know, hard to argue that. But what do you think that you can bring to a team that he can't?
Grittiness. I mean, I don't know if he can, but that's what I bring.
Wow. We got a little
That's what I'll bring.
That's what I'll bring. Okay. You'll bring grittiness. You think you can bring grittiness? You think you're a gritty player? I've seen you play. I think you're. I'm not gonna say you're not gritty, but you got that. You got a finesse factor. You got an uplifting to your teammates factor. Honestly, I think that you could have been a great captain. I think that you should have maybe been. You were a late addition, but I think you would have been a good captain. Now, going into dunk ball, it's a little bit different than a 5-on-5 up and down court. The court's smaller, shorter, everybody can block your shot pretty much, rebounds are tougher. How do you think that your game will adapt?
I got a long wingspan. I like the little pull-up fadeaway. It might be harder to block, and just using my wingspan to finish around the rim.
I will say you do have one of the cleanest mid-range numbers in this league, if not the best. Now, I seen you the other day, and you were up and down the court. You got a tremendous inside game, which I think would translate to dunk ball very well. But what do you think will be your biggest weakness going into dunk ball?
Shooting, honestly. I can't usually shoot on 10, so I don't even know how good I can shoot.
I will tell you, I can't shoot on 10, but I can shoot pretty decent on P5. We're sponsored by Red Bull. I need a refill on this. I'm so thirsty.
We might get fined. We might get fined. No one said that.
How about that? All right. Yeah, I think it's way easier to shoot on 8-5. I think you pretty much just gotta float that ball. Toughest thing though is free throws. I know it sounds crazy, but those free throws, because you get into a free throw routine actually playing basketball. When you switch to playing dunk ball, that whole you'll shoot them long all season. So try not to get fouled. Good. Finish your layups. Where do you guys think you're gonna get drafted? I'll start with you. Where are you thinking? How late do you think you're
I'm going to say between the 15 to 20 area.
15 to 20. Do you think that you getting drafted there is going to be a steal? Do you think you should get taken higher?
I want to go later so that my teammates are better and my team is better.
If you were a captain, where would you draft yourself?
13.
13?
That's just a random number out there, but I'd say that.
I think that's pretty safe to say. What about you? Where are you expecting to go tonight? I know you've been talking about from 1 all the way to 10. I don't see you falling out first round.
Early first round.
You think early first round?
Oh, yeah.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Now, do you have
Maybe, I don't know.
Do you have a captain? I mean, this is not getting recorded. No one's listening. Do you have a captain that you would really want to go to?
I'm not sure. I'm just excited for whoever picks me.
That's definitely fun. Thanks for both for stopping by.
Yeah, appreciate
I'll
it.
probably talk to you guys when you get drafted a little bit later. All right, and this has been the pregame. This has been the pre-draft talk. We got a couple guys that we still got to talk to. We're talking later tonight, but it's gonna be a great draft. Let's have a great night, and that's dunk ball, baby.